welcome, everyone. So it'll be Isaiah Thomas here. He has 60 seconds to make as many shots from behind the arc as he can.
And there are 25 balls total, 5 racked with 5.
He racks up 20 points in the round. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
Yeah, didn't look good there for a while, but give him credit for overcoming that slow start to turn things around.
One way to ensure success in this event, as we've learned.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go.
J.J. Redick, a terrific shooter, shot over 40% from distance. And
A fine score of 22 points for the round. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
That's a well-earned and well-deserved score. He found his rhythm, and he kept his rhythm.
Yeah, and given the look.
A score of 21, the minimum if he's going to stick. And he's got 15 points when the round ends. And here we go with Freak. As the final shooter in this round, he knows just what he has to do here.
And he's got to score 21 or higher to stick around. And when it's a big number like that, he can't really even think about it, or it may seem like too difficult a task. Got to bite it in small pieces. He's just got to let them fly.
And he buries his 5th in a row. He's up to 7. Now 8 points. Now 9 points. 5 big points on that rack alone. That gives him 12. He needs 8 points more. Good rack right there. 4 points total. He's got 16. 4 more points to stay alive. That's 5 straight. He's getting on a roll. That ties him up for 3rd here. He's tied for 2nd.
He's in sole possession of 2nd place. Matches the best score right there.
A massive score of 27 points. Wow, how about that performance, guys? Man, nice work.
Yeah, he had a good time out there. He hit a few in a row, and then he was off and running. I mean, he ended up burying 11 straight.
Curry's got one of the best scores in round 1, a serious contender.
And just amazing scores up to this point. I mean, these guys have pushed each other to new heights this year.
So he ends up at 17. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Yeah, it was adequate, absolutely. I mean, he really stayed with it, hung in there nicely, I thought.
Yeah, that's right. There were some moments.
And here we go with Freak. Here we go. This is it. He led all qualifiers. Now, can he emerge victorious in the finals? He'll need 19 or more to walk away with the win. Makes his first there. That's 2. 3 down.
Good rack for him there.
You betcha. That's 7. Money ball, no good. He's got 8. 9 points. 8 more points for him to tie it up. And he buries his 5th in a row.
Well, he's starting to get it going.
Up to 15 now. 2 more to tie it up. One last rack remains. That gives him 18. Now 20. And that's his 4th straight. Kept up a great pace right there. He even left some time on the clock. He's all the way up there at 23 points. What an unbelievable round. Right away you could tell it was going to be special.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star Game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Curry in at point guard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Harden in at the 2 guard. Love with the screen on Harden. DeRozan passes to Love. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star Game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star Game.
Walker goes in, can't capitalize on the good pick.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And both free throws good for Curry. Here's Walker. Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside. Here's Okafor. The kick out to Walker. Picked by Okafor. Second chance shot. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for it. Walker's got his second basket. And here is Curry. Gets it off. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star Game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Curry, he's in at point guard. Towns is out there with Griffin. And it's Durant, and it's Curry in a shooting guard.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And I think Doris Burke has something for you.
One more time.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Blake Griffin. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. A little light on the fouls in terms of what's being called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And it's Drummond missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Some solid defense from Butler.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Curry.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
James kicks to Drummond, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see. That one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Kevin Love's checked in for Paul George. Johnson comes in for LeBron. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Kemba Walker in for John Wall. Here's Walker. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Okafor's checked in. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Harden outside. Moore. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
Johnson wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, impressive effort from both on the backboard. His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Outside DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Love. No good, unable to end this run.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Love's got his first bucket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. It's the West All-Stars. And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball. Switch here. Curry's checked in. And here's the West with the ball. Leading by 5. LeBron James is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Wall. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. James outside. That 3 off the mark.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And all around the rim that time before dropping in. LeBron's got 13 points. Westbrook dishes to Curry. Releases. Buries the jump shot. Curry's got the lead back up to 7 now for the West All-Stars.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
George with the screen on Griffin. LeBron passes to George. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He's got 10 points and a steal. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Paul George.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Curry against Wall. And Curry with the stuff.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
They double team Curry. Lets it go from the wing. Can't hit. Wall with some nice D.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And Curry pulls it down.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Wall with the steal. Outside Butler. And good. Coming off the assist by Wall. Butler's got his first basket.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Curry attacking.
Oh! And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
One more time, give it up for your East All-Stars Dance Team.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. It makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Too open that time. Made it look too easy. Durant's got 5 now.
And 2 teammates there hooking up on that bucket. Always a little bit of an advantage to have guys out there who know each other.
It sure is. I mean, it eliminates some of that getting to know you feeling out period.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. And so much for repeating the three-point barrage put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now it's a 4-point West All-Star lead. The East All-Stars on offense. And Wall kicks to George. Pass to Butler. Outside, Wall. Launches it. No luck. Now the West All-Stars the other way. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Butler. That doesn't go either for Butler.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Curry. East grabs the miss.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Durant dishes to Curry. Here's Westbrook. No good. Some solid defense from Butler.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Curry kicks to Towns. Dishes it to Griffin. Back to Curry. From deep three-point range. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Curry's got 40 points. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. West All-Stars lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. We've been having a great time here. We hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Curry, he's in at the point. Anthony Davis is out there with Towns. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its back. Court, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
It's a pick by Love. Walker the pass to Love. Poked loose. Here's the break. A finish. And Curry with the stuff.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Well, I love that aggression. Forget about the tip. Just grab the thing and slam it home.
Well, what a way to get second chance points.
And don't take any risk while you're doing it.
Tries from 10. Here's Davis, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
James Harden, he's checked in for the West. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Walker against Curry. DeRozan in the corner. No good on the 3.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Morris checked in for Kawhi Leonard. It's a pick by Love. Johnson dishes to Love. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella. Oh, matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Love with a wide open look. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Love's got 7 points for the quarter. And so here are the West All-Stars. From deep. DeRozan with the rebound. Parker looking now at a sizable deficit.
Yeah, you know, they've got a lot of work ahead of them, but no reason to give up hope right now.
Yeah, definitely not, guys. Not with all the time that's still left in this game.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
There's the pick. On its way from Curry for 2, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Curry's got 53.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And here's Love from the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one's good. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for the West All-Stars.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
DeRozan against Curry. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Curry attacking that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the charts.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And here are the East All-Stars now, trailing by 10. And that's going to be a treble.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Curry with it. The feed to Curry. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Shot is no good. Good D by Drummond. James kicks to Butler. Out left to the wing. Wall wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 10 points for Wall. Wall's gone 4 of 8 from the field. Griffin a screen on Wall. Here's Curry. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Butler passes to Wall. Here's James. Moves back up. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Griffin kicks to Towns. Here's Curry. Excellent D there from George.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And an intentional foul right there. And so here are the West All-Stars. It's a 5-point game. Towns dishes to Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Curry's got 58.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Clark, this one just all but in the books.
Yeah, I don't see a comeback at this point, partner.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Thomas, no good. And there's the pass to Russell. Curry. Misses. So it's the West All-Stars picking up the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our all-star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP. Freak. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping.
Can you say freak-alicious? Watching this guy all season, I think most of us were expecting him to go off. He did not disappoint. It's a tremendous honor to be named.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny.